Talking about care, the same year, Roy William Neill,
Oh, I know that name.
a director that John will jump for joy over, directed a film called Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman. Not a lot of people talk about this film. Why?
No, they don't. It is one of those films that is basically swept under the rug and forgotten about, and it's actually a wonderful film. It brings two iconic characters from this series together in a mashup. Lon Chaney Jr. again as the Wolfman. This time Bela Lugosi as the creature. And for me, a great part of the film was having Dennis Hoey as the Scotland Yard inspector, mirroring the role that he was also playing in another series that was going on at the studio at the same time. That shall remain nameless.
Mm-hmm. The one part I didn't like about this film, and I've watched it multiple times, I didn't like Bela Lugosi as the creature.
He hisses a lot, doesn't he?
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't think that he was appropriate for it.
No.
This is going down his career. His career is slowly descending.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's really sad that he had to take this role, and it doesn't work. But everything else does.
Yeah.
It sounds good. It looks good. The pace is really nice. The revival of the Frankenstein monster was a little bit weak.
Yeah.
But the rest of the film was nice. I think it tells a very good story.
I think it does as well. And the villagers, the festival that they're having, to all of it. I mean, and you'll notice that street, that famous backlot that Universal had.
Maliva the Gypsy Woman's also back in this one.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Dwight Fry's back in this one as well in the film. So you get sort of a reunion of some of the character actors that we've known from movies past, along with a great story. I'm with you on Bela Lugosi's part in this. I think this is the signal of the beginning of the end for his career. I think this is where he started descending into campiness in a lot of respects. But still, I think he did what he could with the role that was totally unsuited for him. I think that was probably done more for box office draw than anything else.
Correct.
And sadly, Bela's career was what was sacrificed for that draw.
I give this a thumbs up. I give it the Dracula Podcast seal of approval. You should watch this film. Unfortunately, you can only watch it on DVD. I'm a Blu-ray purist, I know. But this film also should be restored. Universal, they can have so many opportunities by bumping this up to Blu-ray.
Yeah.
There's a lot of die-hard consumers that would wrap these things up. And supposedly, on their 100th anniversary, they were restoring all these great films like Jaws and To Kill a Mockingbird and the old horror films. And they should take advantage of these films back in the 30s and 40s. They're trying to re-release them and package them, but don't fall for that stuff. If you want to consume this film like The Son of Frankenstein, get the Legacy Collection that was re-released and just buy that one if you want to watch this film specifically.
These films, every one of them that we've spoken about, from the Phantom of the Opera in the late 20s right on through to this one, they are not just films. They are a part of Americana. They are a part of our heritage, basically. They are important. Not only will people get them because they're fans of horror, they will get them because of that nostalgia. They're absolutely worth it. Everyone who is a red-blooded American should see these films.
I agree. And that's really what the United States has to offer when it comes to worldwide media in general.
Mm-hmm.
Pioneering film, and specifically in sound and what they did with horror.
Mm-hmm.
The next film also takes place in the same year, 1943, directed by Robert Soydmak. It is The Son of Dracula. Lon Chaney Jr. is back, but in a different role.
Yes, he is. Lon Chaney is back. Dracula backwards. Well, forget what they called it in the Monster Squad, but anyways, the name used backwards is the acronym. But anyways, the Southern Plantation is used in this particular point. The swamps and all that, which I found to be an interesting setting. Is this a prelude to Anne Rice's visions for some of her things? No. Good movie with a good story. I found Lon Chaney to be a bit weak in the role. He was not the Dracula that
you and I see eye to eye on this. Lon Chaney is better suited for tragic, like Of Mice and Men.
Oh, yes.
And Lawrence Talbot.
Mm-hmm.
I like the atmosphere, like you said. I like the cinematography. It drags in some points. I find the pace to be a bit erratic. I thought it could have used a better director. I thought the script was okay, but it needed some more time.
The ending.
Universal was pumping out films
Yeah.
just to pump out films at this time.
And this one is a B film. Unlike, we were talking about B films with The Wolf Man, which was not a B film.
No.
This one is a B film.
For me, this falls into the same vein as The Black Cat, in which I like the film, but I don't give it the Dracula Podcast seal of approval
Right.
because it's one of those borderline films. I mean, we've talked about so many already. You can take one of those and watch those before these. But if you're a completist and purist, then yes, go ahead and take a watch of the film, but you might not have to spend money on it.
The first time in the Universal series also that Dracula has la mustache.
Indeed. And where does that come from?
Well, that comes from the book. Yes, actually going back to the book, although the evening clothes. He's not in all black, he's still in the evening clothes, but that's a start.